Hi everybody, Martyn at Flicking Feathers again today, and I'm tying this wee Flashback Hare's ear. Again, it's an easy enough pattern to tie, but it's really good. Like most of the good nymphs, right? It's fairly simple, but it just works, you know. This will catch you fish everywhere that trout are. Now, as always, I'll put a materials list in the description, along with a link to the Patreon page for anybody that wants to support the channel, which will get you entered into the giveaways for the flies that we're tying in the channel. You can see them just working in this box here, some stillwatery nymphs. But again, like whatever I tie, they go in, they go in. So, get my hook and my vise. This is a size 10 comp heavyweight from Fluo mill. But use what you've got, right? There's a lot of similar hooks. 10s, 12s, 14s, maybe a 16. I'm going to run on some Uni 80 in fluorescent fire orange, which will give me that wee hot head. It's no super in your face, but it's just that wee spot of colour for the fish, just to catch their eye. Just run on a bed of thread down to about the start of the bend, and then for the tail, some gingery Hackle fibres. I've got this, it's a kind of cree, just that. This is just off the back of like a cheap Chinese neck, or Indian neck maybe. Get yourself a bunch, not too heavy, you know. You want to keep them, your nymphs kind of sparse, but shank length. For the tail, 2 turns. Rib is copper wire. This is a small, just obviously size it to suit the fly you're tying. You know, if you might go extra small on a 14. Now I've just accidentally pushed my waist end into my hackle there, but I can see it. Don't want to blunt my scissors. Just tidy that up. And on the way back down, I'm going to catch in my flashback. This is just some Opal Mirage in medium. So just catch it in, draw it back, and then just take it back right to your thread tie-in. Make sure it's nice and straight. Like I like to turn it towards myself so I can look at it directly from above. Make sure it's exactly where I want it. Now for the dubbing, I've just got a mix here. I've got some hare's body fur and a wee bit of hare's ear for the mask, right? I got that light kind of grey, but I mean, I don't think it even really needs to be hare's ear. Any squirrel, whatever, that kind of natural tanny grey colour, you know. And I'm going to dub this relatively thin for the abdomen, the body, and I don't mind actually when I dub it if I can see a wee bit of the red of the thread shining through. That's absolutely fine. So that looks like it's enough. So we'll just come back, we'll just eat up this bit of thread to get me back to the start. And come up. Most of the way. Leave myself that's a couple of eye lengths clear. And I'll draw this across the back. Just careful you don't twist it or anything. Again, I like to look from above. Just get a wee check. See, I'm not straight there, but I am now. Then we'll fold it back and then lock it in. So that side for the next fly. Now take my first wrap right on that tail and then come back down onto the hare's ear and underneath. Right, that gives you a full wrap at the back there that kind of protects the back edge of that tinsel where it's folded. And I'm just going to come up and over. Even turns. Just check, make sure you've not dragged it. An extra full turn at the front and over your thread. Helicopter it off. I'm just going to tie back a wee bit. There we go. This is, we're locked in place. We've got a nice shiny back on that. The mirage is nice against the hare's ear. Sometimes it's kind of flashy but dark depending on the angle of the light and all that. It's a good material. So I'll take my thread to the front. I mean, you could finish that here, you could make it a crunch or whatever, but I'm just going to get some same dubbing. I'm going to dub it much looser, and it can be quite heavy, and I'm just going to start at the front more or less, leave myself a wee space for my head, dub back so I've got a kind of thorax length, might even put a bit more on that. Right, a bit of guard here, a bit of the kind of wispy under fur. Because, and you'll see, I mean, that's too fat, right? It looks too fat, but when I brush it, which I'm going to do, once I've finished my head, is it, you know, it kind of thins down a wee bit. So I'm just sweeping any of the dubbing back so it's out of the way. Hit finish. And then just this front side. Need to clean my velcro. Brush that out. You know, I'm trying to avoid catching the abdomen area, but you brush that out and then it gives you like a lovely hackle almost effect, right? But very, very soft. There you go, lovely. So it's sort of cloaked in fibre, and you know, once you catch a couple of fish, that'll get even kind of more shredded out, you know, become more hackly, and it starts to get even better. But there you go, that's it, dead easy. A wee coat of varnish to protect that head, and the job's a good one. There you go. So I hope that was useful. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, remember to give me a thumbs up below, and I'll see you for another one. Tight lines, guys. Bye.